Hi friends, wish you a warm welcome. Our today's topic is yin and yang. I'll try to explain you in an easiest method covering all the possibilities. This is the second part. If you like the video, kindly give your valuable comments, share the video, press the bell icon for my new lectures. I am just repeating few points of my previous lecture for a better understanding. Yin and yang, they are not just the words, but to describe what is yin and yang. I am here to explain some important features one should know about yin and yang. The whole nature is made up of an energy in TCM, and this energy we call it chi. So the chi is divided into two parts, which is said to be negative and positive. Each is opposite and equal to each other, but also transforms into each other or consumes into each other. We should understand that nothing in the universe is 100% yin or 100% yang. They are said to be two sides of a coin. Fine. So today's our topic is yin and yang. This is part 2. So for better understanding, you can just visit my part 1. So you will understand more about it in a better way. The theory of yin and yang was formed in Zhou dynasties in around 220 BC. But the theory of yin and yang came into the concept of yin and yang was first found to be in a book of I Ching, known as Book of Changes. One yin and one yang, that is Tao. Tao is the relation of the yin and yang, and it is also known and pronounced as Tao. Tao was a religion, and Tao is said to be described as formless, nameless, the motive force of all movements and actions, and mother of all substances. Made by the Tao. The Tao is a religion who practiced about the TCM and many of the other things. The first symbol consists of each hexagram composed in 6 lines, whole or broken lines. Each hexagram primarily yin or primarily yang. By a judicious arrangement, it was possible to derive all 64 of them in such a way to produce alternative yin and yang, as it was combination of broken and unbroken line. But today we know it as a symbol of yin and yang. So these broken and unbroken lines, as I have shown you, they were first in a hexagon form, but then finally at present stage we have this symbol as yin and yang. So we should understand that the yin and yang possibilities. So the yin and yang is one of the most fundamental concepts in TCM. TCM means traditional Chinese medicine. It is basically a law of nature, and nature is macrosm, as I have explained in my previous lecture. It is a whole complex of structure in the world or universe contrasted into small parts, and human body is microsm, which corresponds to the macrosm contained itself. The other words for microsm is small scale version or a miniature, means that our body is small part and parcel of the universe in the nature. The balance and harmony of the basic yin and yang are two aspects of the nature, and they exist in the factors of yin and yang. So for example, we'll just take a mountain. This is a mountain, this is the peak, this is a mountain. The sun rises here, so basically this part is getting full brightness. So this is yang and this is dark, or you can say shady. It's in the shade. So this is yang and this is known as yin. Fine. Now as the sun rises up and comes on the peak, so now this sun is in full yang. So what happens, that the half of the part that is getting brightness and the other half is into shady. So now this part is yang and this part is yin. So as the sun is in full peak, it is on the top, and slowly the sun comes down. And here the moon rises and the moon goes this way. So now this yang is consumed by this yin. Fine. So I'll make you understand in an easy way also, more easy way. Like let's take a clock. We divide this clock into 4 equal parts. Okay. Now this we can say 12 p.m. This is 6 p.m. This is 12 a.m. and this is 6 a.m. So what happens, that the sun rises from here so at 6 a.m. we are just taking a casual time, not an exact time like a weather bureau. This 6 a.m. the sun rises, so this part is said to be yang. When it reaches the top pitch, the peak of the mountain or peak of the earth or the peak place, around at 12 p.m. So this 12 p.m. is said to be full yang. After this full yang, the sun goes down this way, reaches to 6 p.m. So now this yang is being consumed by yin. This yang is being consumed by yin by 6 p.m. and by 6 p.m. there is a moonrise. So at 6 p.m. it is said to be neutral, where yang is consumed by yin and yin starts its journey. So by 12 a.m. it is midnight. So by 12 am it is midnight, and normally as we see that the day changes after midnight. So here that is one reason also that the yin is in the full peak at 12 am, but it starts being consumed by yang. So the moon goes up, and the sun rises. So here the moon goes up, here the moon is in full yin, and the moon is being consumed by the yang. So at 6 am it is totally consumed by the yang, and it is a starting of yang, so it is said to be neutral. So again the cycle starts. So this is the way we have day, we have night. So the day starts, ends with the night, and the night starts, ends with the day. So this is the circle and the cycle which is going of yin and yang as a substantial proof that how the yin and yang is dependent on each other, as well as it corresponds to each other, as well as it is compromising with each other, as well as it is consumed by each other. So the yang is consumed by yin and turns into total yin, and the yin is consumed by yang and turns into total yang. So this is the way the yin is said to be negative and the yang is said to be positive, but there is nothing like negative or positive alone. Each is consumed or dependent on each other. If yin is an energy which is stored, like last time I told you, I had explained you that yin stores, yang drains or excrete. But the yang also does the work of transportation and transformation. So when this energy is stored over here, this is transformed, transported and transformed into all the other organs, and whatever is balanced, it is drained or excreted as waste. So yin is storing, yang is draining, but yin also is transportation and transformation of the job which is done, plus yin is also connected with yang and yang is also connected with yin. So when yin is connected with yang, because due to its connection, this is possible for going from here to here and from here outside and again storing a new energy. So each depends on each other. So if yin is having energy which is stored and it is not passed out to the other places, then the energy will remain there, and when the energy becomes excess, there can be in excess or excess of yin, or it is known as preponderance also. In terms of yin and yang is expressed as a dual quality. Normally during the martial arts and in China, they make it this way. But when you join your fist this way, when they bow down and they join the fist this way, normally during the Kung Fu and other places, they bow this way. But this symbol, these two thumbs, this is known as tiger mouse. The tiger mouse is actually a symbol of yin and yang. Like yin is dependent on yang or yang is dependent on yin. And each is controlling as well as compromising and complementing with each other. I had previously mentioned that the balance of yin and yang is good health and the disbalance is disease. In the nature too, the disbalance can result into earthquake, volcano, cyclone, tsunami or floods. The principle of yin and yang is believed to affect everything in the universe, including all our living bodies and nature. The nature and humans share a mother and child relation. The ancient literature describes yin organs are fully and yang organs are hollow. This is also called as the Zhang Fu. So there is a Zhang Fu theory for Zhang Fu organs, and as explained, the yin is said to store and not drain, meaning that their functions are directly towards sustaining homeostasis. The yang organs are said to transport, transform and excrete, but not store, referring to the roles of transformation of food, disposal and waste. All the yang organs receive food or food products and they are passed along each channel. The yang organ also associated with yin organ by special yin and yang relationship. They are said to be a couple relationship. When we will understand about the meridians, the 5 elements, we'll come to know about what is this couple relationship, the pair of yin and yang organs, so linked that they belong to the same element. Now what is this elements? The TCM treatment is totally based on 5 elements, and these 5 elements are basically connected with the channels or meridian which are into sequential of each other in circulation of the chi or the energy. Their functions are linked and diseases in one usually affects the other. Conversely, excess in one may cause deficiency in other. The ideogram that the Chinese used is based on pathological patterns of diseases. In various organs is used for notating the disorders of organs or syndromes, which represents the state and health of the patient in a whole. In TCM, the whole body is taken as treatment and not a particular part.